you have to the people, to us who is all very well fed and so on. Yeah. So she was saying that whatever happened, I will not move from my land. Yeah. Even datang with the bulldozer, I will not move, because they have learned actually when they move, more of their land is being taken. Yeah, as part. So this lady said, no, I'm going to stay here, right here, not moving. Yeah, this is again, I'm an obstetrician. We must go and visit a delivery room, and as you know just now, the electrical supply is being sometimes on, sometimes off. Yeah, even in the hospital, the babies are born are all being wrapped with many layers of blanket because it's very cold. No electricity. This hospital is a rehabilitation hospital, Al-Wafa Medical Rehabilitation Hospital, just equipped by Germany with all the rehabilitation machines, but in the operation cast lab is being bombed. So this is one of the result of drone attack. Usually they use the bullet that spirals away, so most of your tissue is not being able to reconstruct or reuse or whatever. So usually it has to be amputated. Even the babies in the womb not spared. You know, this is a mother who has been shot, and cesarean section was done to actually save the baby, and you can see that actually the bullet also passed the spinal of the baby. This is a picture of a drone. Drone ni is a man, dia macam PlayStation lah, you control, remote control from below, and very accurate. Okay, so we know in if you read the Quran, Surah Al-Isra, you know, it says about Barakna hawlahu, the fertile land. Can we see memang is a very blessed land, very fertile land, and you can see the size of the strawberry is as big as a lemon, and very fertile land. When we were traveling along the Mediterranean Sea, you know, the sea water is very salty, because of their distillation plant all destroyed. The sea water, if you take wudu or if you want to brush your teeth, very salty, cannot drink. But when we were traveling along that, we can see there are patches of gardens where they grow vegetables. So how can vegetables grow at the seaside? Allahu A'lam. But these are the things that the blessed land. So these are the examples of the school that you know, even though the schools are being demolished, and they still study open under the tent and so on. So if you want to read about the humanitarian impact of the blockade and the cast-led Israeli offense, it is in UN OCHA. You tengok UN Office Commission of Humanitarian Affairs. Very recent report on what is happening to the people in Gaza. I think this report is January 2011, something like that. So I can go roughly if you have time. Yeah, this is the profile strip that they give you. The profile I told you before, but now very crowded, and most of the people are very young. Yeah, 54% is under the age of 18, and they are very poor, and they are dependent. 80% are dependent on the aid. And you must take note of the crossing to it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 crossing. Other places they cannot go. They go will be shot. Not that you cannot cross. Can cross, but you even near the zone pun being shot. That's why we hear stories a few Palestinians are being shot and so on. You must go. If you want to go through Israel, you want to go to Jordan, you must go through this checkpoint. Yeah. So if the checkpoint is open, you can go through. If the checkpoint is not open, sorry, you nak beranak, you feel you want to deliver. Checkpoint is not open. Yeah, jatuh. So up to August, these are the These are the access. Dia kata despite the engagement of Israel maintain direct control, all these are still under Israel and very difficult for them to In June 2007, they imposed a comprehensive blockade. So from all the crossing, you see from so much activity to almost zero. So basically the population in Gaza is actually being choked to death. So that's why you must understand why they make the tunnels. Without the tunnels, how are they going to get the food? There is food, but it's not enough for 1.5 million people. Yeah, because the land is very small. These are the sequences that happen that you need to know. The war, we went in January at the end of the war. Yeah. So 1.5 million unprotected. There is massive military aerial and ground bombardment. Dense population, small area. The problem is that if you compare to Libya or wherever, they can go away, they can run to Egypt, to Tunisia, wherever, or to Cyprus, across the Mediterranean. But these people, there is no safe space, no bomb shelter. Tak nak keluar macam mana? Through the sea, there is blockade. Through the land, there is blockade. Air, there is no, cannot run. They cannot run away. And there's no place to flee, all borders sealed. Yeah? Okay, there's a lot of damages that happen. Public, agricultural land, commerce, residential building, even UN property board, the tunnels, everything. Yeah? So these are all things that are affected by the Operation Cast-Like offensive. Fatalities, children, injuries, yeah, people killed, import-export ban, consumer movement of the people, the crossing are all empty. Kau tak ada orang nak jalan, yeah? There's no people. And access to agriculture land, fishing, all very, very limited. Many people be out of job, establishment destroyed, like the malls, the universities, institutions, yeah? All the industries finished. So the unemployment rate is very, very high. So the land, you can see just now we were saying that it's only 15 kilometers. Out of that 15 kilometers, 500 meters already no-go zone. You go to that zone, you'll be killed, shot. Yeah, and then there is a high-risk zone which take another half a kilometer to 1.5 kilometers. So that are only 15 kilometers. You take some more. So high-risk zone, sometimes you can get shot. Yeah. So that takes up about 17% of Gaza Strip, and it takes about 1/3, 35% of the Gaza agricultural land. So this is the area, yeah, the green zone. Actually, by right, in the treaty, the Israeli has to go and give up to the green line. Yeah, Amitis in 1949. That was the promise. But you have that no-go zone, and you have this high-risk zone, and you have that. So a lot of land cannot be made use of. Sea pun macam tu. Initially it was 200, macam tu, makin kecil. In the end, only 3 nautical miles. And what can you fish? Just 3 nautical miles. So off limits. Poverty, food insecurity, yeah. The diet shift from high protein to low cost and high carbohydrate. They are concerned about mineral and vitamin deficiencies, and without assistance from UN and so on, it will be a disaster. Yeah. Again, just now I was talking about energy, electricity supply, health system. Impossible to ensure medical equipment availability and maintenance. Yeah? Dah rosak tu tak boleh nak maintain. Referral to other places like Jordan, Egypt, take a long permit to go across too. Very difficult. Medical staff that we found, knowledge still, a little bit backwards, because of insufficient upgrading our knowledge. So when we went there, we would try to actually upgrade their knowledge, and we also try